Hello, ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, freaks and geeks, worms and germs, and welcome to Cinemastrophe'S Cocktail Hour. I'm your host, Tahit LaRocco, aka Don Perignon, aka Fish, aka The Doctor, aka Logan, aka a couple other names that I went throughout the years. With me is my co-host, the woman who fears that monkeys are going to create Skynet to take over the world, and the woman who secretly wishes my demise in my sleep, Miss Robin Dubois.
Hi.
Why do you hate me? Why do you secretly wish my death?
Your face reminds me of Snoopy.
Of Snoopy?
Hmm.
What does that even mean?
Yeah. Snoopy the dog.
Again, what does that even mean?
Never any optimism. He's never optimistic.
The reason I bring this up anyway is because I'm sitting there editing. Now, when we record the show, I have to edit because there's a lot of background noise, and to do that, I have to cut off her side, and then they don't on my side, and cut off my side and her side. So there's a long stretch where I'm talking. So I'm temporarily mute my side to get all the background noise out of her side. And I hear her tell me to shut up in the most vile, detestable way I have ever heard in my life. It was a low murmur of shut up. Like,
Oh, you sure
what?
that wasn't me? A demonic possession on the line?
Oh, I'm sure it was you. I'm sure it was you. I
That's
have proof.
hilarious.
You hear that?
Yo, that was super creepy.
You hear that vile, detestable ill will towards my person?
Nah, that's creepy. That sounds like some supernatural whispering. But Michael.
So, what did I ever do to you?
Whoa, that is so creepy.
For you to put a curse on me like that?
That sounds like some hex going on there.
Yeah, you were the one putting the hex on me.
Yeah, let's see what happened with. I don't know who that was, what demonic presence that was.
That was you. Don't try to deny it.
That is hilarious.
You secretly hate my guts. Do I not give you enough airtime? Is it because I cut you off when you speak?
I At the form of possession. I think that's so funny and like right on topic of subject for the day.
Oh.
I'm
How
still
was your
laughing.
weekend?
Um, let's see. Within the last week, I felt super bad because I was here laughing at a meme of Debo like stealing someone's halo in heaven. I just thought it was funny. I'm like sharing it and stuff. And then I'm like, wait, he just died this week. I'm like, oh,
Oh, yeah,
that's
that's right, he did.
why. And
That's
I
right, he
felt
did.
like such an ass.
Yes, he
And
did.
gosh, I felt super bad. Oh, my favorite nail salon got raided by ICE.
What?
Yeah, that's my favorite. The nail salon in Green Acres. They're called Victoria Nails. It's a chain. So ICE was hanging out in the mall. Literally, they were hanging out in the mall for the day. A few agents, and they literally just pulled up and emptied out the whole salon. So I was like, "What?
What?
What happened?" I'm like, "What
What
the heck?"
nationality ran that store? Oh, nail
I
salon.
Either Korean or they were from Thailand. Yeah, so
Wow.
I was like, what the heck? And my nail lady, like, she worked like 6 to 7 days a week. She worked hard, and she had like a fairy tale wedding that she showed me. It was beautiful. And then I'm like, yo, what the heck happened? And then I find out from my coworker at work, her nail salon also got raided. I'm like, what's the name of the nail salon? It's Victoria Nails. So I was hanging out in Broadway Mall and I think in a Queen Center Mall, another mall that chain is in, and clear them all out. So we find out that whoever the owner is or whoever was involved
Uh huh.
is supposedly involved in human trafficking.
I knew it. I knew it.
And
I knew it. I
oh,
knew it.
small business fraud owing like frauded the government for $10 million or something. Like I'm like, wow.
I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Before you even said it, I knew it. I was like, wait, there's a chain and two of them got raided. I'm like, yo, they must be doing human trafficking.
Yeah, dude. I was like, I was gonna text my nail lady see if she's okay. I'm like, you know what? Let me not even meddle in this right now.
I knew it.
Yeah, I was like, wow.
Uh.
How was your week?
It was alright, I guess. I spent most of it sleeping. Nothing happened.
You know, I was gonna
Nothing
really
happened.
forget that happened. I thought about. It. I'm like, oh yeah, that happened.
That's crazy. Wow.
And I was like, wow. Man, just thinking about there was a great guy who used to do my feet too. He's like, oh, what you want? Oh, what you want?
Ew.
No, girl, that's not a right color for you. You have boyfriend? Oh,
Ew. Feet. Yeah.
yeah.
What did I do this week? Besides trying new tequila.
What tequila was it?
Oh, I don't know the name of it. It has an airy taste to it though. It's
I
upstairs. I don't feel like going to read the bottle.
Yeah, well, when you get a chance, find out. I found out The Rock has a tequila and Michael Jordan came out with tequila. I'm like,
Oh,
huh.
this might be the Rocks tequila actually. It might be the
Ah.
Rocks tequila.
Yeah, definitely let me know. New tequila. I heard LeBron James is coming out with his line of wine or something.
I have no idea.
Yeah, I'm like, what? I guess this is smart doing it during the pandemic. All these celebrities coming out with their drink.
Might as well.
Yep, genius.
Everybody's gonna drink.
Mm-hmm.
Everybody gonna drink. Everybody gonna smoke. Might as well make some money off of that. Since you can't act or
True.
play sports really.
Mm-hmm.
I'm still trying to remember what the hell I did this weekend. I think that's it actually. I really just play video games and tequila. Now I'm stuck watching Killing Eve thanks to my sister.
I wanted to start that show.
Yeah, well now I'm stuck. I didn't want another show to get into, but now I'm all in. I'm stuck watching it.
I remember it was recommended to me after watching Fleabag. I was told I would like that show a lot.
I know everyone kept trying to get me into it, and I was avoiding it because I just did not want another show to watch. Got stuck watching that, and now I'm like, all right, now I'm all into the show. So thanks. But other than that, no, I really didn't do anything. Today, yeah, this week was a slow week. I was kind of out of it this week. I just wasn't feeling like doing anything anyway.
You know, you
Did
get
get
those
my
hump
Christmas
weeks.
presents right.
Oh, wrapping things. Oh yeah.
I think I'm waiting for like two more things, and that's it.
Ah, I have to do that. Ah.
So I got that out of the way.
You know, I usually like wrapping, but I don't know. I don't have the energy for it this year.
Yeah,
Sad.
people don't have energy for a lot of stuff this year, but you know.
Right. Right.
Yeah, I was gonna do this meme like back back in August. I was gonna do a meme that says this year's Christmas special is gonna have like the Grinch with a mask on his face.
Hmm.
But I was like, that's stupid. The COVID should be over by Christmas. Who knew?
Wow, that would have been like a really popular meme. That for
I
sure.
should have did it. I should have
Yeah,
did
you
it.
totally should have.
I was lazy though.
Man, that would have been brilliant.
I was so lazy.
You could still do it.
I know
I
I could
haven't
still
seen like
do it.
that yet.
It's not Christmas yet. I should do it
Exactly.
tomorrow
Yeah.
actually.
Definitely. I say definitely.
This year's Christmas specials. Did I ever tell you the story about G.I. Joe versus the ninjas at the farm?
Excuse me?
Okay. This is way back in the day, right? I used to work for Green Meadows Farm, right? The Green Meadows Farm and Queens County Farms are two different farms. They were on the same property, but they're two different farms. Green Meadows used to rent out the property from Queens County because Queens County was a nonprofit organization, so they had to make money somehow to feed the animals and stuff.
Hold on. Do you hear the background noise?
Yes, I do.
Okay, they went in the room. Okay,
As
continue.
I said, I knew they were clearly in the room.
Mm-hmm.
What was I saying?
The farm you used to work for.
Oh yeah, yeah. So one day we're sitting there, we're waiting. I used to do tour guide. I was a tour guide, so we used to do tours. So one day we're sitting there waiting. We're watching all the buses come in, and this group of kids come out, and every single one of them is wearing fatigue, like green fatigue from head to toe. Every single child.
Mm-hmm.
So one of our friends looks over. He's like, "Yo, it's GI Joe," and we start laughing. Like 5 minutes later, another school comes in, and they're wearing all black. It was a Muslim school, so they're wearing all. I guess it was all. Yeah, it was all females.
Mm-hmm.
So they were garment up all the way up. Well, I don't know the name of the thing they wear, but you know the thing they wear on their faces.
Is that no, not a hijab, right? No.
I don't know that, but you know what I'm talking about, right? So they have
Mm-hmm.
they're all
Mm-hmm.
wrapped up. So they get off. And my friend looks over. He's like, "Holy shit, that's GI Joe versus the ninjas."
Oh my goodness.
Yo, we started dying laughing. 5 minutes later, another group gets off a bus, and they're wearing all white from head to toe.
Ah.
My other friend, who's white by the way, looks over and goes, "Look, it's the mini KKK. They're gonna go on a
Oh.
burning hayride."
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, I was done after that. I had to go to the bathroom. I was laughing so hard. Oh my god, yo, that was the funniest thing we'd heard that whole day. After that, everyone was done. We just kept thinking about that every time we saw the group walking by.
Oh my goodness.
Oh man, yo, we had some fun times. We had some fun times on that farm, man. Like some insane stuff happened on there. Fucking a mini KK. What got me the most when he said they're gonna go on the burning hayride, I just couldn't hold it in anymore.
Oh my goodness. That's like that dirty bar joke. Oh, how do those jokes go again? So a Jewish guy and a black guy and a white guy.
Oh, one of those jokes.
Yes.
Yeah, that did sound like one of those jokes. That really happened though. All in the same day. I don't know what's going on with that day. Maybe it was a blood moon that night or something. I don't know. So that was a weird day.
Oh my gosh.
Speaking of weird days, bad hair.
Ha!
Oh. Now, I know some people saw the trailer to this and it's like, oh, killer hair, that's stupid. However, this is a concept that has been done for years, and it does actually work. From time to time, it really does. So the most famous one is the one from the Twilight Zone, when the guy brought the toupee and turned out, I think it was an alien or something. It was part of an invasion plot to take over people's minds. But it does kind of work.
Totally works.
So, and this is one of those cases where it did work. It did work. This movie is offensive. But that's because this takes place in the late 80s, early 90s. And unfortunately, that's how people really were. I
I
mean,
feel
if it was really like that back then in the early 90s, late 80s. That's really how it was like. So yeah, you can find it offensive, but you got to take in consideration of the time period in which it takes place, because it is true to form for that time period. Same languages and terms they were using in the movie, same clothes they were wearing. Yeah, yeah, that's what it was. That's how it was. This movie though has a 90s star-studded cast. It has Ellie Lorraine, Vanessa Williams, Judith Scott, Blair Underwood, James Vanderbeek, Usher, Michelle Hurd, Laverne Cox, who actually her friend just got assaulted like Saturday. Did you hear about that?
no, I didn't.
Apparently they were in Griffin Park
Mhm.
and I forgot what the guy walked up for, but he walked up to her friend. I don't remember if he was asking for a light or directions, one of the two. And then he asks the question, man or woman. So her friend gets insulted and says, fuck you. And the guy starts hitting her. She
What?
said she turned around and was like, what's happening? Saw this guy hitting her friend. By the time she reached in the phone to dial 911, the guy took off.
Whoa. I did not hear
Yeah.
about that.
I just read it today. This apparently happened Saturday. And oh yeah, and MC Light. MC Light. So this is full of 90s stars, and it works. It's written like a 90s movie. It's shot like a 90s movie. It's a 90s movie, or early 90s movie, late 80s movie. So the movie starts out with a young girl named Anna getting a perm, and puts the perm in too long, and her hair gets burnt out. She had a bit of an overreaction, if you ask me.
Whoa. Whoa.
Listen,
That's very scarring for a child.
listen. I've permed my hair many a times, and yeah, occasionally you fucked up and burned the edges. I never screamed like a little girl,
Nah, I feel
but
like
bum.
she probably mixed the chemicals wrong for it to burn like that. I mean, I do know people where that happened to. That's when you mix the chemicals hella wrong.
Yeah, she's a baby,
She was a baby.
little baby. That was a bit of overreaction. So because of this, no, then we cut to hair being processed. Then we cut to 1989 Los Angeles, where we see Anna has grown up, and because of this, has she doesn't get her hair done
No, I
ever.
remember her hair fell out from that she really messed up. Linda, oops, Linda. She mixed up chemicals so bad her hair fell out.
Like that hasn't happened to us once a billion times already.
No, that never happened to me. I would scream my head off at the hair salon or if anyone did it.
Listen, it happens. You end up burning out some of your hair sometimes.
Oh my
That happens. It's not the end of the world. All you need to do is comb it over, like we always do.
god.
You see, Anna works for this place called Culture, which is being taken over by James Vanderbeek for the board of directors that controls Culture. I think he was. I think he was an executive.
Yeah.
And he puts Vanessa Williams in charge, who changes the name from Culture to Cult. The lady who was his charge is retiring because she was going to go start her own place. What else is going on at this point in time?
We see
Yeah,
the music video with Kelly Rowland.
Who the hell's Kelly Rowland?
Oh my gosh. So that was another star in Kelly Rowland from Destiny's Child. She's the she's Sandra. She's the celebrity that inspires Anna to go out. I need a weave like that. That's it's Kelly Rowland's character who appears. They're like, oh my gosh, look at her hair. She contoured her nose. Is that contacts in her eyes? Because her eyes were like glowing in the video.
Okay, I didn't ask all that. I asked who the hell is Kelly Rowland?
Kelly Rowland's from Destiny's Child. She was the dark
Thank
skinned
you.
girl from Destiny's Child.
Thank you. Thank you, Miss Useless Information.
I
I
really am.
who the hell is Kelly Rowland? He start going into the movie. That's cool. That's who's Kelly Rowland.
So that at that point we see Kelly Rowland in the music video and Usher is introduced at this point.
Yeah. Some music video, and it was okay. All I know is at this point I'm thinking, is this the story of BET?
I thought so too, right?
Like Vanessa Williams comes in, she changes the name to Cult instead of Culture. They start talking about they're going to assess people to see who they were, which really was just assessing their job performance. They want to get all pop and edgy instead of what they used to be. It all goes downhill, BET. So let's see, Anna has the usual hard luck story in all these films. I'm not complaining about it because this was the same hard luck story they always had in 80s and 90s films. So it fit for the tone of this movie. She's barely making a living. She has a scum landlord who raises the rent. She hasn't been noticed for her work and over for how long she's been there. She's been in the same position as assistant to whoever the lady was who quit. Never really going where her job. Family kind of pities her. Same thing. And since all those films had that back there, this gets a slide because this is, like I said earlier, this is filmed exactly like a late 80s, early 90s film. In fact, they even went as far as to put a filter on it so that the imagery looks like it's from the 80s and the 90s.
Mm-hmm.
So let's see. The next day, she gets her assessment and she pitches some ideas to Vanessa Williams during her work assessment, which Vanessa Williams likes, and then asks her about her hair. So her assistant gives her a card that tells her where to get a weave. After that, she goes and visits her family, and they start talking about slave folklore, which Anna is just like whatever to, and I don't blame her.
It's all a lot of simple tricks and nonsense.
Let's see. Oh, and then we're treated to an ethical lesson on about folklores and superstition. Yay! And of course, Blair Underwood has to be the one who gives us this history lesson.
Give me a lesson anytime, Mr. Underwood.
Yeah. So yeah, it starts talking about being oppressed by suppressing people's folklores and culture's folklore and superstitions because that suppresses their culture. Blah blah blah. And one of the stories they talk about is the moss-haired girl. At the end of the night, he ends up giving her the book with the superstitions and folklores in it. And the next day, she goes and get a weave from the front of Cox.
Oh, she took the rent money her aunt gave her to go get a weave. Let's just
Uh,
pinpoint.
that doesn't matter. She gets rich and give it back anyway.
Does she really get rich? Like she's. I thought about
Uh,
that.
let's see what else. Yeah, she puts the weave in her head. Is there anything you want to jump in here and
With that, like
just at all? Because I'm just like skimming through most of this real quick.
that was just a terrible looking experience. The weave being sewn in and like the needle going through her hair and cutting, like her scalp is bleeding and shit. It was so painful.
Because
She
she
passed
wasn't.
out.
Because she wasn't sewing it into her hair. She was sewing it into her scalp.
Yeah, I had a weave twice in my life. Never again. Like some people sew like your scalp together, bro. Like it's terrible of an experience. And I felt like Laverne Cox. Like I'm like I asked myself like, is she a witch in this? Because she was so like scary, and she referred to the weaves as her like they're like
Listen,
they're humans. Yeah.
she didn't act any different than I seen her act in Orange Is the New Black. So
She's
I
more
didn't notice
sassy
anything.
and
I didn't notice anything. It seemed the exact same role.
Mhm.
Um, yeah.
She
So then
gives
she
her
wakes
the
up,
pink stuff.
yeah, and
Like,
tells her
yeah.
never to get her hair wet. And at first I'm thinking to myself, where'd they get this hair from? Fucking gremlins.
I thought the same thing. Never
and,
go out, never get to them. Like, it sounds like instructions for the gremlins.
and
And
then
then
I,
at,
then I remember the folklore of witches not being able to withstand water. I'm like, oh yeah, okay, it's witch's hair. All right, fine, that makes
that makes
sense.
a lot of sense too. And then at that point, after she gets the pink stuff, that pink stuff she tells her to like maintain it. Kelly Rowland's character Sandra, the star of within this movie, comes in and her hair is a mess. So she got it wet, and she warns her, make sure you don't get it wet. And Usher walks in with her and whatnot at that point. And Sandra's like eyes, Kelly Roll's eyes are like golden or something. It's weird, but yeah. So next day she goes into work. Everybody's like whispering, like, "Oh, a weave." Everybody's looking at her like, "Oh, who's this girl with this weave?"
Oh
She
wait,
looked the
didn't
same.
her no, her sister came by first. That's right. Oh wait, no, she did go to work. That's right, and they
Yeah,
had a
after
meeting.
her sister came by after, because
Yeah,
she
they
was
had a meeting.
avoiding her family. Though that's actually her cousin, not her
Yeah,
sister.
cousin sister.
Yeah.
Yeah, so there's a meeting and they're talking about there's a meeting and Vanessa Williams tells them that she's gonna do all the ideas that Anna gave her. Nobody likes
Yup.
it. And then and she finds out that Anna had a boyfriend who worked on the show and he's fucking Vanessa Williams.
Vanessa one just comes out. Oh,
And
I'm fucking.
there's no real reason for this segment. It's just there to give a reason for her to kill somebody. So moving along. You can cut that out, and it does absolutely nothing to the story. It's just there to give her a reason to kill somebody later on. So, then her sister comes by, and here's the thing. Well, sister cousin. Here's the thing about this. Her sister cousin is actually jealous of her, and this is how you write a sibling being jealous of another sibling because she doesn't act jealous. She does little things like when they was at dinner, they asked Anna about her job, and her sister, I'm just gonna keep calling her sister because they grew up together. Her sister cuts in on her and starts talking about her job, and then goes, "Oh no, I'm sorry, we're talking about you. Go back to you." That is how you display a jealous person, because that's how a jealous person acts.
Mhm.
They do little slot, unlike in the Nocturne. This is the
Oh
point.
man.
This is the point of what I'm saying here. Unlike the Nocturne, when this girl looked jealous from the beginning, and you could just know it just made absolutely no sense that everyone was ignoring this girl being jealous. No, in this movie is how you display a jealous person. You do little snide marks here and there. Then when they had a private moment, they were talking. She didn't outright said she was jealous of her sister, but she said she was the lucky one because she knew what she wanted to do since she was young, and that her father, this being a sister cousin, her father knew already had her life planned up since the day she was born. That is how you do a jealous relationship. And you can turn that to the extreme without having it seem like seeing this girl jealous all the time for the audience. Because it's stupid to see this girl jealous all the time because it doesn't happen in real life. I just had to point out, I just had to explain. This is, so people can see, this is how you do jealousy between people. Not what was in the Nocturne. But back to the movie.
Mhm.
So now that her life is turned around, she starts noticing weird things about her hair. Like the fact that
Uh
it
huh.
started drinking blood from her finger when she got a paper cut, or drinking soup, or drinking her period blood. Weird shit.
That was so it.
Or the fact that her creepy slumlord super tried to rape her and the hair killed her. But mind you, she's
That
still
was the
going
day.
along with this shit.
Well deserved. Her, because her life is getting better because of good hair, new good hair.
And again, not giving them flack for that because this is how those movies were written back then.
Yeah.
It was written this stupidly.
And like throughout the movie, as her hair is eating, she keeps feeding it the pink stuff, lotion things.
Uh, so then there's another meeting where she's convincing more people to get weaves, and then she has a conversation with Vanessa Williams about the hair because her hair is going crazy too. Then there's a party with all these celebrities. Her ex is flirting with some waitress and leaves with her.
And then
Her,
Usher comes up to her and asks, "Hey, after you left the place," because he knows that Sandra, Kelly Rowan's character, was acting funny and he was trying to get more information from Anna, but then they got interrupted by Dawson Creek.
Yeah, more filler.
Yeah. And I'm like, and I thought that was, and I'm like, oh, I thought it was timing, but now that I think about it after watching, I'm like, he probably overheard them, made sure to interrupt them.
I don't know. It just seemed like filling to me because it didn't lead to it. Honestly, Usher character and what's her face were completely unnecessary for the whole movie. I mean, it did nothing. All it did was no, really, it did nothing. Like the video made sense, seeing her in the video and then wanting to get a weave, but I don't know why this chick kept showing up. I have no idea why she kept showing up. I don't know why Usher kept showing up. These people kept showing up and served no purpose whatsoever.
And then,
Um, she finds
after,
out that Vanessa Williams is going to be the main host on the show. That was her. She did her idea was a live countdown, and she finds out Vanessa Williams is going to be the host and not her. She gets upset. The ex of Vanessa Williams argue, so she goes home with the ex and kills him. Like I said, that was just to give her a kill.
kills him during an intense moment of sex. That was an interesting way she killed him. You know, I actually never seen anyone in a horror movie killed that way. I'm like, oh, this is interesting.
What? She just stabbed him with a
In the gut
glass.
with the glass. I'm like, that is a perfect area for blood suction if I was a
You've never
monster.
seen anybody stabbed in the gut.
Like that? No. So yeah, she gets. It's funny how she gets a like. No one like the cops, no involved, but yeah, she runs home. Where'd she go? Yeah, she went
No,
home.
she ran. She ran and called her sister to get the rest of the story of the moss hair girl.
Yeah.
And that's when you find out the hair is from a witch, and it killed the girl. And so, oh, it has to feed on blood in order to get stronger and then take over the girl. That's what happened to the story. She fed the hair fed off of blood, and then it got stronger, killed the girl, and took over her body. This is what they say in the book, right? This is what they say is supposed to happen. This is what the hair is supposed to be doing, right?
Yeah, like the witches would take turns in the girl's body.
So then she decides to go get the weave taken out at some other place where her ex boss comes in. They make up, and then of course the hair kills everybody in there
Yep, knocks them.
because, well, because it doesn't want to die, so it killed everybody else. So then she goes to see Vanessa Williams at this point, who's killed some other lady. I don't know. And they had a funny moment there. They had a funny moment between a back and forth, and then Vanessa Williams tries to cut the hair off her head, and her hair kills her.
That was a funny moment. I loved it. It's just, but it's just fucking hair. It's just.
It was funny. I mean, the movie isn't bad. It drags so far. This movie's only an hour and a half. And at this point, I think it's been like 45 minutes, but it feels like you've been sitting there for an hour and a half already. It is very slow, but it's still interesting. Like, it keeps you interested. You know, it's got some good one-liners. It's not bad. It's just slow. So at this point, it drags out some more, and she goes to her family's house, where she bonds with her uncle, reading about this. Um. All right, I'm just gonna wait because I don't know what that is, but that is loud.
It's the
I
microwave.
figure it was a microwave.
Mhm. So my microwave is stupid. After it stops, the fans still go. I'm about to unplug it. Oh my gosh. Wait, hold on. Oh my gosh. Hey, can you turn it off for a little bit? I'm in the middle of my podcast and we can hear you all the way from the living room. I'm in the middle of my podcast and we can hear you all the way from the living room further. Just turn it off for a little bit. How long? I'll let you know. I know my cousin was using the hair dryer.
Oh, yo,
I'm
that
like,
thing
I
was.
hear the microwave still going. I'm like, wait.
All right, where was I?
But anyway, yeah, she goes over to her uncle's house. They're bonding, but she's really trying to get more information from him, from the African culture. She's like, what did you do with hair? Like, what's another folklore tale that they say and stuff? Trying to find a solution to her issue.
Yeah, 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 she's under the pretense of making some type of show for her cult. So then, yeah, so then she leaves and goes to work the next day. Really found no useful information, so she leaves and goes to work the next day. And they find out Marissa Williams has. Oh yeah, okay, that's right. Williams is dead, but nobody knows where she is. Nobody knows she's dead. So they have Anna take over for her to do the host of the live show. She's doing the show, then she sees Vanessa Williams in the crowd. And then when the show is over, she sees her in the office window, so she goes upstairs to investigate. And somebody else gets killed.
The assistant.
And this is when the movie starts pissing on its own asshole. And I didn't even think that was possible, but they found a way. Now, this movie is a dark comedy, but it goes from the Cable Guy, which was dark and intense, but had comedic moments, so that it would still be funny, but yet you still had the thrill and suspense of a horror movie. It goes from that to Tales from the Hood, the
Wow, yeah, that's
movie that gave us the word nigglets.
oh my goodness, that's very good.
I'm not exaggerating. This shit was all over the fucking place. Like Vanessa Williams' hair, because Vanessa Williams is dead. Her hair kills some woman and then tries to attack Anna, and I don't understand why. When Anna has the same thing in her hair, if Anna has witch hair, why is the witch hair attacking? But then I think it was trying to I think it was trying to merge with them because Anna ends up a room with all the hairs merging. But if these supposed to be hairs from different witches and they said witches, why is it merging into one hair? Her friend got fake weave, so when she was in
She
the
was
room of the hair, she was
immune to it.
pretending. But why would they not know she was pretending? They seem to know everyone else isn't part of their group, so why would they think she was part of their group? Then she gets taken again. Meanwhile, Anna's running upstairs, downstairs, not going anywhere in particular. At one point, her friend is tangled up, unable to get away from the hair, but then immediately just runs out with no problem, then gets killed anyway, so her running around was just completely pointless. It was a fucking mess. Nothing made sense. Nothing was funny. Nothing was suspenseful. It was just hodgepodge of shit. And then, being the final girl, she eventually gets cornered and then decides to set off the sprinkler system, killing all the hair. And that's the end of the movie. Sort of. Find out that James Jandeviek was behind the whole fucking thing. And it's his, I guess, his white supremacist
Family,
way
yes.
of taking out black people.
Turning it into
So
a
this was
cult.
fucking.
There we go. The name of the new channel from culture to cult.
This movie, it started out good. I was into it. There was a lot of suspension of disbelief, but no more suspension of disbelief that you had to put into it than you would in one of the movies from the late 80s, early 90s. So if you kept that in mind, it was completely fine. It was a bunch of far-fetched stuff, but that was a lot of that in the 80s and 90s movies, and you just went with it because it went with the flow of the movie the way it was written. until the fucking end. I don't know what the fuck happened. I don't know why they went that route. This could have been a really good movie. A really good movie. And then that happened. This movie was fucking trash. 3 points. Got it right in there where it belongs. Fucking hell. What did you think? Because that shit was a fucking shit show.
I was laughing throughout the movie. I was like, this is just
I didn't understand where it was
hair
going.
nightmare. It was a hair nightmare.
It was a nightmare, all right. It wasn't a hair nightmare.
Like a gremlin.
It was a nightmare on the eyes, soul, and mind.
It was pretty much a black woman's nightmare movie. This is like that's like a dream, like a nightmare after a bad hair day type dream. Like
it was so. I don't know what the fuck they were going for with the end there. It was such a good movie. It was cheesy. It was fun. It was intense. It was suspenseful. And then the end happened.
and I kind of like that Anna would look like a real person. Like, you know, some actresses actually
Was it
look.
me or did that look like okay?
Uh-huh.
Was it just me or did she look like a female Marlon Wayans?
From back in the day. Mm-hmm.
That's all I kept thinking of. And I got used to it. It went away. But like for the first 20 minutes, all I kept seeing was a female Marlon Wayans. I kept expecting her to do some goofy leg thing.
And I'm like, dude. And she's oh gosh. She seems like a comedian, that's for sure.
Oh my god, this movie was so fucked up at the end. Like I was with it for so long. So long. It even made me laugh. And then I was very disappointed. Very disappointed. It's nothing worse than when you're enjoying something and then it just like turns to shit at the very end. Because now you feel like you wasted your fucking life for no goddamn reason. Mm-mm.
Hey, not off topic, but what are you drinking tonight? You didn't mention.
Oh, I'm having a tequila sunrise.
Nice.
Tequila
I heard your
sunrise.
ice cubes.
Yeah. I had that new tequila. I'm like, oh, might as well drink it. Well, that's it for bad hair. That movie was just awful. Just awful.
It was a good laugh, that's for sure.
That shit. I don't know why they did that. Why? That was so good. It was so good, but they couldn't be satisfied. No, they had to just like go batshit crazy at the end. My God. Ah. Next week is Christmas, so might as well do a Christmas movie.
Shut up. No, it's not. Shut up.
Yes, it is. Next week is Christmas.
Oh my gosh. I'm not ready.
Next Friday is Christmas. So I guess we'll be doing a Christmas movie. Hey. Christmas special.
Ooh, I can't wait.
I think I have the perfect movie too.
What movie? Actually, no. Don't tell me. Tell me.
All right, let's get to the news. This is actually short. Probably because I'm tired as hell. It was a short movie. It felt like it went on for fucking ever, but it was fucking short as hell. Jesus.
Alrighty, let's start off in the news.
I did my news. I did my news contribution already.
You did actually. All right, let's start off with entertainment. It's official. Harrison Ford will return in a fifth Indiana Jones movie.
Oh.
Fifth.
I immediately thought of Star Wars. I was about to say, how? He's
You know what's
dead.
funny? Lucasfilm, the production company Lucasfilms is producing it, so I thought that was he saying.
They always did that.
Wow, I never knew that
No, 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 no,
until I
no, no.
read this
I'm sorry.
article.
I'm sorry. They did. They produced the last two or three because that's right. Spielberg did the first one. I
That
think
makes
Lucas
sense.
wrote the first one and then Spielberg produced it, and then the same thing for the second one. I think the third one Lucas produced. I know he definitely produced Kingdom of Skulls.
Mm. Like what? They're starting pre-production and release date is set for July 2022. So Harrison Ford will be coming back. Um, Pretty much this is something to look forward to, something fun.
I don't know. That last one was shit.
Yeah, I didn't watch it honestly. No,
It wasn't good. It wasn't good at all.
that's disappointing. And in other entertainment news, Black Panther will not be recasted following the death of Chadwick Boseman, which I'm not surprised about because
What?
we really.
So what are they gonna do? Just cut him out of the universe?
So the character Black Panther will continue on, but not with someone new in the iconic role. I thought they would have made Shuri the new Black Panther as it was in the comics, but they don't want to go in that direction.
Wait.
Marvel,
So go ahead. What are they doing? What?
Marvel Studios said Thursday it will not recast the character in any other medium or form in the movie. Boseman's portrayal of T'Challa, the Black Panther, is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium form in the Marvel's past, and it's for that reason. So we will not reenact the character. So that's the head of Marvel Studios saying
He
this.
said, "Wait,
However,
wait. He will not what?
pretty much they're not
No, no. What was the last
react.
thing you said? Well, he will not re. He will not. They will not what?
We will not react the character.
React.
Yeah,
The hell does that mean?
I don't not. Yeah, I'm like, am I reading this right? React. I'm like, yeah, react.
No,
REACT.
I'm just trying to figure out what does that mean. What does that even mean?
What does that mean? I'm like, that's why I have to reread it too. I'm like, react. I'm like, what? Am I reading this right? Yeah, I have to scroll back. I'm like, wait,
Like, wait, what does that even mean?
what does that mean? Does that mean we will not react the character? Like, what does that mean?
I don't know. I don't know.
Huh.
So what does the rest of the article say?
So, however, he also continues to say, to honor the legacy that Chad helped us build, we want to continue to explore the world of Wakanda and all the rich and varied characters introduced in the first film. The sequel is scheduled to be released on July 2022 also. Wow, so what does that
What the
mean?
fuck
So
does that
then,
mean?
bro, this is not what I expected the direction for them to go into. I thought Shuri would have taken over the mantle because seeing as if she is the next in line, and in the comics, she is the next Black Panther after him. So I don't know so what does that mean? They're gonna explore the Wakanda universe? Like we're gonna see us what does that mean? What
I
does
don't
that
know what
mean?
that means. That doesn't make any type of sense. What?
What does that mean?
That sounds like mumbo jumbo of we don't know what the fuck to do right
That's
now.
so true. Reading it out loud, it makes it sound like when I was reading it quietly to myself, I'm
Who said that?
the head of Kevin Ferg, the
Kevin
head of Marvel
Foggy?
Studios, Foggy.
The
when
fuck does
I
that
think of
mean?
Fergie, yeah, I'm like, what does that mean? Will
Uh,
not react the character and what explore the world of Wakanda.
Wait, what is the whole quote he says? Read the whole quote again. I'm trying to figure this
Okay.
out.
So, Boseman's portrayal of T'Challa, the Black Panther. Oh, hold on, I lost my page. Is iconic and transcends any iteration of the character in any other medium from Marvel's past. And it's for that reason we will not react the character. Transcends any.
Maybe they're saying that. And then what's it say after that?
However, to honor the legacy that Chad helped us build, we want to continue to explore the world of Wakanda and all the rich and varied characters introduced in the first film.
I don't know what the fuck that means. I don't understand that at all. I thought maybe at first they meant they're not gonna like reboot it, but then they're talking about other characters and Wakanda. I don't know what the fuck he's saying. I have no idea what the fuck that means. I'm pretty sure that's mumble jumble for we don't know what the fuck we're gonna do. We gotta say something. Fucking hell.
Yeah, very super duper confusing. All right. Next in the news, a man was taken into custody after he climbed onto the wing of an airplane preparing to take off in Las Vegas.
More stupid people doing stupid shit.
Yeah,
What the fuck?
he climbed on the wing of an Alaska Airlines plane at the Las Vegas airport. From Las Vegas to Portland, they were preparing to take off. Like it's like that movie. Is it the Twilight Zone or a movie where like
What
there's
the
someone on the
hell
wing?
did he think was going to happen?
So they're about to take off from McLaren International Airport when the pilot noticed a
No,
person coming.
no, no. I really want to know what the hell this man thought was going to happen. Let's say he did not get caught. What the fuck did he think was going to happen? Did he really think he can stay out on that plane for the entire trip?
Right. I don't know what drugs he was smoking.
Oh,
There's videos. Passengers took videos, and he removed his socks and shoes before trying to climb the winglet. Oh my gosh.
how the fuck did he get out there?
He climbed over the fence.
And nobody
Uh,
noticed a random man running down the runway.
it was only the pilot. Right? Is there not? I guess no security
There's
on those.
security over there. There's uh, baggage handlers down there because they got to put it on the plane. These refuelers. Nobody noticed this strange man running down the runway.
He hopped it over.
Fucking hell.
So yeah, he was observed by airport staff around 1:40 hopping in the area. So like they did see him, but it's
Nobody
only the
called security or the cops. They just said, "Hey, look at that guy hopping the fence. That dumbass."
man that sucks. And he made the departure delay for like from 12. It was supposed to depart at 12:30. They didn't leave till 4:48. That'd be so tight.
Oh my god. What the
Yep,
fuck?
they took him to the medical facility
You
afterwards.
think?
All right. Next up,
This man
Google
thought he
was
was about to do the never-ending story.
I right. That's exactly why.
uh,
Next up, Google was
go,
hit with a.
Fagor!
I feel like you're gonna be laughing about this later, just
Oh
wondering,
my
like, what was he
god.
thinking? And he was cognizant enough because he took off his socks and shoes to get a better gripping,
Well,
like on
yeah,
the
he needed a
wing.
good grip. He watched enough movies. He wanted to make sure he stayed on.
Like, makes no sense.
Fucking
Curious.
hell. What else you got?
Okay, Google was hit with a massive outage, including YouTube, Gmail, and Google Classroom last week. Can you imagine, like, that's the first me hearing Google ever being like hit with an outage
Oh,
ever.
that's not the first time I've heard of that. It's happened quite a few times.
I know Facebook and whatnot, but
It's happened quite a few times.
I mean, it came back on like after an hour, but like, lucky kids, their class got interrupted. But yeah, I guess the systems are just overloaded, so it's just nuts. So
Let's see it. They changed their systems a lot too, which is a problem. Like the first time that I noticed that happening was when they got rid of Google Plus. It, it yeah, it
mm,
fucked up everything.
Yeah, it really did.
Yeah, so yeah, when they make major changes, they have an outage. So the real question is, what did they change this time?
I'm wondering, right, for it to be such a massive outage,
They probably got
like
rid
an
of something.
hour.
Like
Unplug something like
what's their version of WhatsApp?
Hangout.
Yeah, maybe they got rid of that.
I think I saw on a customer's phone it's like intertwined in another app now. I'm like, yeah, I don't know what
See,
to tell you. I
so
never
yeah,
seen that.
maybe they merged with it. Yeah, I'm saying whenever there's a major change, they have an outage. It's like, oh shit, we didn't expect this code to mess up this code.
Yeah, that's probably exact. Cause I'm like, when that customer came, I'm like, I don't know what this is. I don't know when Google did that shit. I don't use Hangout. I'm
I
like,
don't
no
either.
one does.
I know, which is probably why they probably merged with some other company because nobody uses fucking Hangout, and their software caused a glitch in Google software, and that's what happened. Yeah, it's
But
happened before.
news to me. Hmm. And last but not least, this one's a bit long. I'm gonna have to read this because I'm like, I was interested in this. MasterCard, Visa, and Discover cut ties with Pornhub following allegation of child abuse.
What?
This is a bit long. I'm gonna. So Mastercard, Visa, and Discover are blocking customers from using their company's credit cards to make purchases on Pornhub. First off,
Yeah, because they don't want to charge that to themselves. They don't want their wives to find that. They
no,
got it the company card.
like that wasn't a block already. That's
They write it off as a business expense.
right. I'm like, wait,
I was
this wasn't
entertaining.
a
I was
thing.
entertaining. I was entertaining a client. What do you want me to do? This is what he wanted.
So this comes after allegations were made against the pornographic website, accusing the site of showing videos of child abuse and non-consensual sexual behavior.
Ooh. Oh.
So this was after an article written by the New York Times. So
Oof.
after the Times column was released, Mastercard launched a full investigation into the claims against Pornhub, and it said it found them to be substantiated. Oh, so then that means they are sus. The use of our cards at Pornhub is
Ooh.
being terminated. Our investigation over the past several days has confirmed violations of our standards prohibiting unlawful content on the yeah, so they
Wow.
wow, it only took a few days. Now usually investigations take some time, but nah, they weren't playing.
Never mind MasterCard, Visa. They're in serious shit right now for that.
Right. I'm like, so it was like, it's not coming from false allegations. Clearly, like, and it only took them
Yeah.
a few days to weed through and see something. Oh, nah.
Wow.
And as a result, in accordance with their policies, they instructed the financial institutions connected to the site to our network to terminate acceptance. MasterCard has said it's also investigating other websites for potential illegal content. Meanwhile, Visa is suspending the use of its card for purchases on Pornhub, although its own investigating is still pending. Given the allegation of illegal activity, yeah, they're suspending them.
Time to delete
Visa
that
told
Pornhub on the search history.
hmm And Discover has
Oof.
also cut payment service with Pornhub. We require financial institution partners to monitor for and prevent card acceptance at merchants that allow legal or any prohibited activities. Yada yada yada. In response, Pornhub says these actions are explicitly disappointing. The company noted that just days before the bans, it announced new measures to eliminate child abuse and non-consensual activity on its platform. Why wasn't this something that was done before?
That's
In-
a good. That's a good question.
like including removing all unverified content and banning unverified users from uploading content on the site. Why wasn't this? So they just knew the article was coming out. That's why they came out their little statement a few days before. And
Quest.
then someone,
That was.
what?
I don't know why they asked that question. The question was obvious. They were making money. That's why it wasn't done before. And no one was saying
Listen,
anything.
And they said this news is crushing for the hundreds of thousands of models who rely on our platform for their livelihood.
Well, you're using that as a fucking excuse. You're just worried about your pockets because if you was actually worried about those models, you wouldn't have had that stuff up there to begin with.
Exactly. And now American Express has also prohibited its cards from being accepted on Pornhub. Um, and and I think PayPal cut its payment service to the site back in 2019.
Well, now they're not getting any money from anybody
Yeah, many
except
advocates,
maybe like some
including
gift cards.
right, important like came and gifting some for a Pornhub gift card, like untraceable, untrackable.
I'm like, oh, oh well.
Yeah, there's advocates, including the National Center on Sexual
First
Exploited
of all,
People, have called for credit card companies to stop processing payments on Pornhub and other pornographic sites.
I don't know why people are paying money on Pornhub to begin with. If you want the movie, just buy the fucking movie. What the hell are you paying Pornhub for? Pornhub is supposed to be quick clips. That's it. Why are people paying Pornhub for full movies? I don't know. Just buy the fucking movie. You don't even have to have it mailed to
Right.
your house now. You can have it digitally downloaded to your computer. So why the fuck are you paying for a Pornhub membership? I don't understand.
And also, a group of lawmakers introduced legislation that would allow victims of sexual assault, trafficking, and revenge porn to sue sites like Pornhub that host such content on their platform. Wow.
That should have been done a long time ago
Right.
when they went after Bethpage and Backpage and whatchamacallit. What was the other one? Craigslist. That should have been done a long time ago.
Mhm. Yeah, I should have ended the news with something more positive, but I mean, technically, that is positive. That is a win for.
Stop. It means erase your history, people. Get all that Pornhub stuff off of there.
Yep, clear it all out. Just
Oh.
go back to them olden times. What happened to those nudie magazines? Do they still
You still got YouTube? I mean, not YouTube, YouPorn. And there's other sites out there. Just get rid of Pornhub. Pornhub is bad news.
right back? Like that's crazy. Within days, like not even a week. They didn't. Not even a week, bro. Days. They were like, oh nah, yeah, on some shady stuff right now.
And if you're on a porn site with some shady stuff, better get off of there quick. They crack it down.
Hmm.
You don't want to be associated. The worst would be sitting there. You're looking for something normal where some like child shit comes up by accident. You're like, no, get off my computer. Oh, can you imagine that?
Yeah, that's. Oh my gosh, your life is ruined. Cause I feel like they come like.
You're searching up butt plugs. Some child pornography pops up. You're like, what the fuck is this? I don't want this. Oh, that's horrible.
Mhm.
That's horrible. Well, this is a very short episode. Probably because I'm really tired. Really, really tired.
It's all right.
I think we're gonna do a Christmas episode and maybe take a week or two off. Probably just a week off, but we'll take a break. So we'll just have the Christmas episode and no New Year's episode, and then maybe we'll be back the week after that. Probably, most likely. But I need a break, and I've learned a long time ago that going back to back for too long just burns you out faster.
Indeed, it does, and you lose the taste of the fun.
Yeah. So I guess that's it for the night. We'll have a Christmas episode next week. If
Oh,
you're listening,
we're gonna have let's think of the Christmas drink. I'm breastfeeding, but I will take that night to have a Christmas drink with you, Ty.
I'm not having eggnog. I hate eggnog. You can
Have
have
you
eggnog.
coquito?
Oh, right. See if we can find some coquito. Maybe I'll pick some up this
Right?
week. That
Right.
sounds like a plan. Some cojito,
I think so, right.
Christmas movie. All right. So if you're listening on YouTube, you're a week behind. If you want to catch up on the Up and Down, the up to date version, you can catch us on any podcast which every Friday at 5 p.m. or 5:30 or 6, depending on which ones gets what. So some of them get them later than others. I might have to put this at 4, just so it'll be on other stuff at 5. But yeah, just any of your local podcast networks, we're on there. You can watch me on Twitter. You can follow me on Twitter at Don Perignon77. You can follow me on Twitch at the same thing, Don Perignon77. You can write us at donperignon_v1 at yahoo.com. You can ask us questions, comments, whatever you want to do. Oof, I'm getting sleepy. I'm burping. Um, and that's about it. Oh, yeah, you can follow my regular show on YouTube or on this website, cinemastrophe.com. And as you can tell, I'm living very, very slow right now. I had a brownie yesterday. I was all messed up.
Mm-hmm.
I was all out of it. I didn't have any today, but I kind of tired. Still tired from yesterday, I think. Still feeling it a little bit, you know. Kind of like when you drink a lot the next day. I guess it's a weed hangover kind of feeling sluggish.
Yup, it stays in your system when you eat the edibles for like what, up to 72 hours?
I don't know. I just know the high is going for the high from that brownie I had. The high was going for like 6 hours. It's a pretty long high though. Maybe it was a little less than that, but it was definitely 2 hours. Maybe it was 4 hours. Yeah, I think it was like maybe 4 hours. So that wasn't bad. But I was just kind of out. I actually went to bed early. That was yesterday, so yeah, I think I still have. I was still a little hungover from that. But yeah, I think that's everything. Yeah, I'm zoning. I need a break. I definitely need a week off. All right, that's it. I'm rambling, and this is a very short episode. I'm still rambling. Say goodnight, Robin.
Adios, bon nuit. Good night to all.
Good night, everybody.